Hi guys, this is Stephanie, and I have put together what I consider to be the top 10 print-on-demand sites where you can upload designs and sell t-shirts. They're in no particular order, and you don't have to worry about trying to write them all down. I've got links below in the description, so when you're ready to get started, use the links below. Alright, so the first one is sort of the classic, and it's Merch by Amazon. Amazon got in the business of selling t-shirts, I think technically in 2015, but really got going late 2016 and 2017. You do have to sign up to get approved, and it can take a really long time. So I urge you to go ahead and sign up even if you're not even ready to start designing t-shirts. The second site is Cafe Press. This site has been around a really long time. I think I was selling t-shirts with them maybe even back in 2009. They don't just sell t-shirts, they sell all kind of products, obviously print goods and mugs. So consider expanding your line not beyond t-shirts with them. They also do a lot of licensing with different pretty famous shows like Game of Thrones and Star Trek, which is good because it draws a certain type of person to the site. So you want a site that has traffic that will eventually find your designs. The next one is Design by Humans. And they probably lean towards a little more artistic. And this is a particular artist. I'm not even going to begin to figure out how to say it. But these are some of the designs this person has uploaded and is selling. You can be very creative, but don't be afraid to do statement tees. If you are more text-based like I am, you can upload on this site as well. And all you have to do is open a store, and then they populate your designs into their database. The next one is TPublic, and I think this is sort of a sleeper site. One thing that I don't think is great is that you can only make $2 or $4 when you sell a t-shirt, but they seem to have pretty consistent sales, and they have a large variety of items that they put your designs on. So jump in, and I would put this as a secondary tier. I wouldn't focus on this particular site. I would design for other sites and then put your designs up when you have time. The next one is Zazzle.com. They are really known for what I call their print like paper goods. So if you were to type in business cards in Google, this would be the #1 site that would come up. So they sell a lot of wedding invitations, they sell a lot of birthday cards and party favors that are printable, but that doesn't mean that they don't sell t-shirts. So keep that in mind when you're choosing where to go first. I would probably put this in the second tier. The next one is Threadless. Now, Threadless actually is kind of an unusual site. They let you upload designs, but the customers vote on whether or not they want to see this design be sold. So that is different than a lot of the other sites. But I actually won a contest and had them select one of my designs. So if I can win a contest, you definitely can win a contest. So don't be frightened to work with them. And you can also sell your art or your designs, t-shirts, by setting up your own store. The thing is with them, only the designs that won the contest is in their database. So if you set up a store, you're going to have to do all of your marketing and really work on getting customers to that particular page. All right, the next one is SonFrog, and SonFrog, probably to me, I would compare it the most closely to Teespring, but they don't require you to do any like minimum orders, but they focus really on what I'm going to call evergreen designs. When a new customer or a regular customer comes to the site, they want them to think about what they do for a living, what they do as a hobby. Do they have pets? If they have pets, what kind of pets do they have? So that's really sort of their marketing focus. So for example, here, your job shirts, like gift guide, like drinking shirts, what your pets, are you a fitness fanatic? So when you're thinking about working with SonFrog, I would really focus on these categories, which is helpful because these are evergreen and they can go on any site and they have a really long life usually. Now the next one is Teespring, and back in around 2014, this particular site got a lot of buzz, and there were a lot of people that were doing videos saying that they had made a ton of money. And what they did was Teespring put the burden of advertising on the different designers. So you would create a design and you would say it would only be available for 7 days, and then you personally would spend your money setting up an advertising campaign on Facebook. And then once you reached whatever your goal, so if you said I want to sell 20 shirts, once that time had passed and you had sold that many shirts, then Teespring would print it and send it out to your customers. The problem is that you could spend a tremendous amount of money on advertising, and it didn't always work. So you couldn't gain back that advertising dollar. So you in the beginning, and like I said, in 2014, I think it worked really well, but it got incredibly saturated. So now they're not requiring you to have a minimum number of shirts to be printed in a particular design. And as a whole, the site is sort of going through a transition, and they are not only trying to sell individual shirts off their site, but they are putting the designs on other websites such as Amazon and Wish. So I think all I can say about Teespring is that it's not that you shouldn't sell on them. I think you just need to be really aware of how things are different now versus back in the day. So that's Teespring. And then the next one is Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt, I believe, is out of Europe. I may be wrong about that, but you can shop designs if you are a customer, and I certainly wouldn't be worried about how artistic they are. I think that they can be very simple but very saleable designs. One thing, though, that they push is for a customer to design their own shirt. So I guess this is for the person that maybe if they're going to a family reunion and they want their family to have a very specific design shirt and they only need to buy 7, then this allows them to design one-offs. And then as for somebody like ourselves, you can upload a design and sell that design, and then you can either allow the customer to put it on any product they want, and you get a small commission, say $3. Or you can say, look, I don't want to just sell my design by itself. I want it to go on a particular t-shirt. It has to be gray, blah, blah, blah. So you can also control what items your design goes on. It can be kind of tricky and frustrating, so there's kind of a learning curve with this site, but I still would include it on the site that you use. And then last but not least, this is Redbubble, and I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite sites. I think part of it is because of the ease of upload. You would be amazed at how that makes a difference, because if you're constantly frustrated in trying to upload, you'll just walk away from a site. And this site, I think, really has figured it out, ease of use. Now, they do sell a lot of t-shirts and devices like the iPhone cases, but I want to point out that their #1 category is stickers. If you type in stickers in Google, this is going to be the first site that shows up. What that means is that it gets a lot of traffic, but if you sell a sticker, you might get 20 cents. I certainly think it has to depends on what you're trying to sell and your design, and I'm not saying it's flat out that you will only sell stickers, but I do a lot of text-based and I guess meme-based, or current things that are funny right now, and that tends to lead to stickers sales instead of t-shirt sales. So keep that in mind, but that doesn't mean that you can't make money, because even if you only make 20 cents, I get 10 and 20 and 30 sales a day, and over time it adds up. So when I tell people, when people ask me where they should start, I always say Redbubble, because I just think it's the easiest one to get into, and it's the easiest one to use as far as uploading. And the other thing too is that they're out of Australia. They have a headquarters in Australia as well as in the United States. I think it has an international presence. So even though I sell the majority of my items in the United States, I sell all over the world. So that just opens up the opportunity to sell to more people. So that's my list. If you are interested in getting started, all the links are below. So I would pick one and just give it a try. Well, first of all, I would, if you haven't signed up for Amazon, just get that done and just get it over with, because it's going to take a while. And then what I would do is pick one of the sites that something has struck you as interesting and you want to get started there. So, and then I would just focus on one site, get a number of designs up. I would probably initially tell you to do 100 designs, which may sound a lot to you, but it is a numbers game, and there's a huge learning curve, because a design you start today, you just get better and better, and by the time you get to your 100th design, you'll have a system, and it'll just be much easier. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Also, if you see a site that I missed, or you completely disagree and you don't think that one of the sites is even worth your time, let me know, and let everybody else know in the comments. So the other thing I'm planning on doing is doing specific reviews on the site. I did a quick overview on this video, but I'd like to do a little more deep dive, not only talk about the site and its benefits as well as its drawbacks, and then also do a practice upload video to let you know what to expect, what it's like, and how to actually upload a video, a design. So please subscribe and come back when I have some new videos. All right, take care and happy designing, and hopefully you'll start getting some money coming into that bank account. All right, talk with you soon. Bye.